invoice frequency. First, we need to select the start date of that recurring invoice. It should be always a future date. Current date you cannot save for recurring invoices. Always that recurring invoice start date should be a future date. Then you can select the frequency every day, every week, every second week, every month, every second month, every third month, every 6 months, every year, like that. You can select the frequency. And from end date, if you have any agreement with that client, you can select that end date. In I'll explain you a example. Now assume you are running a company for accounting consultancy services. Now every month you are providing services or consultancy for your clients, and you want to schedule that invoices automatically generate from the system and email to your client. Assume now you are charging, or you have item for accounting services, and you can select that item, and you can enter price for that services. And from here you can enter the amount for that services, and you have signed an agreement with your client for 1 year. Every month you are providing accounting services for that company. Now first you can select the customer from here, and if you have any sales managers for getting that sale, you can select that sales rep, and you can enter start date for this agreement. Assume we are starting from 1st of June, and every month we are invoicing for that client, and we have signed agreement for uh, 1 year. Therefore we will select 2022 May 31st. Right. Now we have an agreement with our client for provide accounting services for 1 year, and it's a fixed charge. Uh, Here we can enter start date, and frequency we can select every month, and end date we can select 31st May, since we are signing this agreement for 1 year. Okay. Then you can uh, here you can email to your client automatic invoices, and if you want to get a copy uh, of that invoice, you can enter copy email address, or you can enter email address here, and assume this client's email address is this address, and system will automatically generate the invoice and send to that client. Okay. And in addition to that, if you have any credit period for this invoice, you can enter that credit period. And there's two options: create invoice automatically or as draft. If you select automatically, system will generate the invoice every first of every month and email to your client. And if you select as draft, then you can check and you can send the invoice to the client. Okay. If you select automatically, uh, according to these instructions, system will generate the invoice and directly email to the client. And if you select as draft, uh, it will create a draft. It will not create the invoice You can check and you can confirm that invoice. After that, you can directly email to the email to your clients. Okay. Right. Then from here you can select the items and quantity. Assume you are providing to accounting executives, you can enter quantity here and you can enter the rate here. Like that, you can schedule your invoices, especially if you are providing a service company, or if you are in apartment or renting industry businesses, you can use this recurring invoices. Now, for an example, in apartments, mostly they are charging management fees, sinking fund, like that. Those invoices they will send. Then sometimes if you are sending your management fee every third month or every quarterly, you can select every third month, and you can schedule uh, quarterly of this recurring invoice. Okay. After that, if you want to add any message to this email, you sorry, invoice, you can enter that one, and you can view the exclusive amount, total amounts from here. Okay. After that, you can send this, or you can save this recurring invoice. Then every month, first date of that, now here, every third month, then system will generate quarterly this invoice and send to your clients. Okay. In options, you can add user-defined fields. You can enter user-defined fields here. Okay. I'll repeat it again. You can enter recurring invoices from customers, transactions, customer recurring invoices. After that, click add recurring invoice. From here, you can enter your recurring invoices. The main advantage of recurring invoices, you can schedule your invoices, then system will automatically generate that invoice, and system will send to your client. Okay, from here, customer, you can select your customer from this drop down menu, and recurring invoice number will generate from the system. You can select your sales rep. If you have any agreement or purchase order for this recurring invoices, you can enter that reference. You can enter discount. If you want to change your layout, you can change it from here. Then recurring invoice setup. Now from here, you can set start date. The start date always should be a future date. Even current date, you cannot set current date for recurring invoices. And from here, you can select frequency: every day, every week, every second week, every month, every second month, every third month, every 6 month, every year. Like that, you can select. Now, if you are select every month, system will generate first date of this each month, and uh, send to your clients. Now, if you select 31st, system will send each month that last date of the month, system will generate the invoice. And if you select 20th, system will generate every month 20th. Okay, like that, you can schedule your recurring invoices. And if you have any end date for these recurring invoices, you can select the end date, or if you not select any end date, it will continue. Every month, system will generate the invoice. Then email distribution. From here, you can view client's email address. And if you want to CC to any other email addresses, you can tick this include CC and you can enter the email address. After that, you can select your invoice item, enter quantity, and you can enter amounts, and you can save the invoice. Then system will generate the invoice and will send to your clients on every 20th of every month. Okay, uh, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Okay, now you can create two recurring invoices. Create one invoice for every month and one invoice for every quarter or every 3 months. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Sir,
Yeah, Mrs. Smith.
that when I see the invoice, it
Mm.
shows as draft category, but instead
Yeah,
of the other method, where should I change that?
you can click that arrow and then it will display as draft or automatically.
Okay, so I have to choose as automatically.
Automatically, yes.
Okay, okay, thanks.
Okay. Now these recurring invoices you can use for uh, if you are charging for rent, then every month you can send invoices. Then if you are charging or if you are invoicing installment basis for your clients, you can schedule those invoices from recurring invoices. After you enter recurring invoices, you can view the recurring invoice list. From here, you can view customer name, recurring invoice number, date, last run, next run, end date, total, active frequency, create invoice, and sales rep. If you want to customize, you can customize this grid by clicking this customize grid, and you can add or you can tick required fields or columns. You can untick if you want to remove any column from this grid. After that, you can view this invoice, recurring invoices last run. Now here, first one not run, then second one, it's 2021 January 8th, then next run 2022 January 8th, because it's yearly frequencies every year. And from here you can view the next one, next run you can view when will this invoice generate again. Then you can view end date, total of that invoice, and frequency. Then create invoice column, you can view it, whether it's a draft invoice or automatically generate invoice. And also from this view draft invoices tab, you can view your draft invoices. Okay, then draft invoices. If you want to change to automatic, you can change that. And you can view your draft invoices, and you can select, and you can process. If you want to process, you can process this invoice. Okay, first one, process tax invoice. This one, first button, process an email. Then system will generate that invoice and email to your client. Second button is process tax invoices. Then it will create the invoice. Right, like that, you can enter recurring invoices. There are few options now. You can view some buttons available, but it's inactive. If you tick any invoice, you can view that invoices, or you can view that button. Now, if you want to change, or if you want to delete more than one invoice, one recurring invoice, you can select those invoices and you can delete. And if you want to change that active or inactive, you can change from here. If you want to active, you can tick here, and if you want to inactive, you can untick this option. Then change the frequency. Now here, frequencies every month, every year, every 6 months. If you want to change the frequency at once, you can change it from here. All three invoices, frequency will change. See one. Now here, every week, every day, you can change to every month. Now these two invoices, frequency has changed to every month. Then change in date. You can set an end date for all or selected invoices. Then change the create invoice method. Change report layout, like that. If you want to change more than one invoice, you can select those recurring invoices and you can change from here. Using these buttons, you can change active, inactive, change frequency, end date, invoice method, and layout. And if you want to search any recurring invoice, you can type here and you can search, and from these filters you can uh, filter those invoices, and you can sort from here. You can add columns like that. You can sort. Okay, now you can practice that setting your recurring invoice grid. You can take the 3 minutes and you can check. Okay, is it clear? If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, next we will move to customer credit notes.
So one more minute.
Yeah, okay.
What does in the grid says last run? What does that mean?
Last run means last time when was we processed the invoice. Now for an example, here last run is January 8th.
Okay, okay. I get it. I
Right,
get it.
right,
Yeah.
right. Right. Uh, okay, we will move to customer credit notes. Go to customers, transactions, customer credit notes. Now, if your customer returns goods to back to you, you can enter credit note, and you can use this customer credit notes for enter that returning items. You can enter customer credit notes from customers, transactions, customer credit notes, and after you enter credit note, it will increase that customer balances or debit account receivables and sorry, debit uh, inventory, and your inventory will increase and customer balances will decrease, and also your sales will decrease and your sales also will decrease. Okay. Okay, from here you can add by clicking this add credit note, you can add your credit notes, and you can select your customers. Then after you select your customer, you can view the customer balance, credit limit, address, and from here you can enter returning item. You can select the item, uh, quantity, and price. Okay. After that, you can print or email your credit note. Okay, there's another option. Now, if your customer returning goods for a particular invoice, you can select that invoice and you can return goods. Okay, you can select that customer, and this from invoice, you can select the invoice. Then system will fill that details, and if you want to change, now for an example here, customer, according to this line, customer will return 10 numbers of this quantity. Now assume customer is returning only uh, two items or two numbers, you can change to two. Okay, now from invoice you can uh, fill that all invoice details to credit note, and if you want to change any quantity or amount, you can change when you are processing time. Okay, after that you can save, then uh, items will add to your inventory and your customer balance will decrease. Okay, debit inventory and credit account receivable. Right. Furthermore, you can go to customer invoices, select invoice, click actions, and create credit note. Then also system will fill all details, customer, from invoice, item, amount. After that, you can process this credit note. Okay, you can enter credit note. If your customers returning goods back to you, you can enter credit notes. Go to I'll repeat it again. Go to customers, transactions, select credit note, click add credit note. From here, you can select customer, and you can select items, enter quantity and price, and you can save this credit note. Furthermore, if you already enter an invoice for that customer, you can select that invoice and you can convert that invoice to a credit note. Then you don't want to manually enter your quantity or prices, system will fill those details. You can select the customer, you can select from invoice, and system will fill those details. You can process this customer credit note. In addition to that, you can go to customer invoice list, select the invoice, click actions, select create credit note. In that method also, system will fill that customer name, invoice number, amounts, then you can process this invoice. You can process this credit note. Okay, is it clear? Okay, now you can enter 2 credit notes. If you have any questions, you can ask.
So after doing the credit notes, where can I see this transaction, the end result? Sir,
Yeah.
now after
Yes.
generating customer credit notes, I should
Okay.
be able to see, the
Yes.
from the original invoice, the minus this figure. Does
Yes.
that reflect somewhere?
Invoices. In You want to view the invoice or credit note?
Yeah, now when I see the invoice at the end
Mm.
result, there should be, from that particular creditor, I will be getting only this much once the credit note is created.
Mm-hmm.
That I should
Okay.
see that, no?
Yeah. Now, yes. Now, from tax invoices. From here, yeah, now assume your invoice amount is 100,000 and your credit note value is 20,000. Then from this invoice, you can view it's partially paid, kind of that thing, or you are referring?
Yeah, that's what I'm referring
Yeah,
with
yeah, okay. Yeah, then from here, status, you can view that partially paid. In addition to that, you can view from allocate receipts. Now, if you are allocate any credit note to invoice, you can view from that invoice number also. Now, for an
okay, for
example, we will discuss. Yeah, we will discuss in later.
okay,
Now, from
okay,
here, you can view this. Okay,
okay, okay,
right.
okay.
Okay. Okay. After you enter credit notes, you can view your credit note list. From here, you can view customer name, document number, customer reference, date, total tax, and if you are printing that credit note, you can view print. And this grid you can customize from here. You can tick required columns and you can untick if you want to remove any column from this grid. And you can search from here if you want to find any customer or transaction number. You can enter under search and you can search that customer or transaction number. And you can filter your results, filter by dated today, dated this month credit notes. And from here also you can sort multi-column sorting. And you can, if you want to sort from here also by clicking this heading, you can sort your customer credit note list. And also if you want to print more than one credit note, or if you want to print or email several invoices, you can tick those credit notes and you can print or email. And from here you can view number of credit notes you have entered. Now here it's 18 and first page it will display 1 to 10 credit notes. And if you have attached any document or attachment, you can view from here. This color will change to orange. If any document not available, it will display here. Right. And if you want to attach any documents, you can attach from here. From these options, you can view credit note history, created date, and if you edited, you can view that edited details. Then user defined fields, document attachments. You can attach document by clicking this add attachment. Then document notes, And if you want to re-invoice this credit note, you can click re-invoice. And if you want to copy this credit note, you can copy from by clicking this copy credit note. Okay, is it clear? If you have any questions, you can ask. And if this credit notes print, you can view this under printed. There's a tick for this invoice credit note, and others no ticks. That means first credit note has printed. Okay, next we will move to next transaction, customer receipts. Now you are invoicing to your customers. After that, your customers will pay for your invoices. In that time, you can enter customer receipts. You can enter customer receipts from customers, transactions, customer receipts, and click add receipt. From here, you can select the customer. After you select the customer, you can view the customer balance and outstanding invoices. Then you can enter that payment amount. A document number will fill from the system, and you can enter any reference. Now, for an example, you can select the payment method from here: cash, check, credit card, EFT. And if your customer paying from check, credit card, or EFT, you can enter that reference number. Now, for an example, if your customer is paying from check, you can enter check number, or if customer is paying by credit card, you can enter the credit card number here. Okay. After that, you can select bank account. And if you want to add any description, you can enter here. Furthermore, if you want to add any analysis code, you can select from here. Right. Now, you can enter that receipt amount. And you can settle, or you can select which invoices that customer is paying. Now from here, customer is paying 1,000 rupees. You can select which invoices that customer is paying. If you select, or if you tick this allocate, then this amount, total invoice amount 810, amount due 810, amount received 810. And if you tick other one also, uh, here amount received 190, then it will tally to this total receipt amount. And now I untick this first invoice. Now here only 810 only we have allocated. Now you can see unallocated amount is 190. If you take this here allocate, then that balance 190 will allocate to first invoice, and unallocated balance will 0. Okay. From here you can select invoices, and you can settle, or you can allocate that receipt to invoices. In addition to that, if your client is paying full amount for those invoices, you can take this allocate then this invoice amount or amount due amount will display under receipt amount. Okay, system will calculate total amount here uh, under receipt amount. Okay, there are two options. First one, you can enter the receipt amount, or by selecting you can enter that receipt amount. Furthermore, now for an example, if you are providing any discount for customers when they are paying time. Now, for an example, if customer settle your invoices early, you will give early settlement discount. Now, for an example, first invoice outstanding amount is 5,500, and it has assumed that customer has 1 month credit period, and customer is paying before 1 month. That time you will give 500 discount for that customer. That case, you can enter received amount here 5,000, and you can enter 500 discount here. Okay. Now, when you are entering invoice time, you can enter discount for that customers. In addition to that, when receipt processing time also, if you are giving any discount, you can enter that discount here. Okay, for an example, if you are giving early settlement discount, you can enter that discount amount here. Okay, now invoice amount is 5,500. You are giving 500 discount, and received amount is 5,000. Okay, right. Next, now you can enter or you can select this invoice, and you can enter receipt. Sometimes you are getting advances from these customers. In that case, you don't want to select any invoices. You can just enter that advance amount and enter the receipt to that customer. Okay. If you are getting any advances from customers, you can enter under receipt amount and don't want to select any invoices, then that receipt amount will display as overpayment or advance payment. Right, like that, we can enter receipts. Uh, Now, when you are creating, I think you can remember, when you are creating customers, there are few options. Auto allocate receipt to oldest invoice. Now from here, we will select this customer, and system will display outstanding invoices. Now we will enter receipt amount as 120,000. Now and when you enter tab, you can view the system automatically tick these tick for these invoices, because now there's an option auto allocate receipt to oldest invoices. Now, if you tick this option, system, when you are entering receipt, system will allocate that receipt to oldest invoices. System will automatically allocate to oldest invoices. If you want to manually allocate, you can untick this option, and if you want to allocate automatically, you can tick this option. Okay, and from customer tax invoices also, you can enter that customer receipts. You can go to customer tax invoice, select the invoice, and Click on Actions, select Create Receipt. From here also you can enter receipt. Now system has filled that customer and enter receipt amount. System has ticked this or system has allocate that receipt to this invoice. Okay, like that also you can enter customer receipts. Okay, I'll repeat it again. You can enter customer receipts from customers, transactions, customer receipts. Click add receipt. Select customer, enter amount, and you can select the payment method, cash, check, credit card, EFT, and you can enter that if your customer is paying from check or credit card, you can enter that reference number, check number or credit card number, and from here you can select deposit bank account, and you can select the date, and you can select the invoice, and you can process or email your receipts. There are two options. First one, process and email detail. Second one, process and email summary. If you select first option, it will display that if you select print detail, it will display invoice detail also. And if you select print summary, system will not display. It will only display only total amount. Now, if you print details, system will print invoice date, invoice number, and invoice amount. Okay, like that, you can enter customer receipts. If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, now you can enter two customer receipts for your customers, and please check that auto allocation receipts to invoices also. Okay, right. You can enter customer receipts from customer transactions, customer receipts. And after you enter customer receipts, you can view that receipt list. You can view customer name, document number, reference, description, comments, date, discount, total unallocated amount, printed, and bank accounts from here. You can search from here, and you can add or remove columns from uh, customized grid. You can tick required columns, and you can untick if you want to remove any column. Right. Next, now you can enter customer receipts from customers transactions, customer receipts, or from invoice list also you can create customer receipts. Select the invoice and click actions, and select create receipts. Or now assume when you are entering invoice type also you can enter receipts. You can enter the invoice, and you can print invoice here, and same time from options you can select create receipts. Okay, then system will create the receipt for that invoice. Right. In like that you can create customer receipts. Then sometimes you may accept PD checks or post-dated checks. In that case, if you are accept post-dated checks, you can enter that PD checks as date of that receipts, or you can enter that now for an example, on today 16th of May, you are receiving PD checks. PD check date is 31st May. Now according to your company policy, you can select the date here. Now for an example, if you consider that PD check as a receipt for you on the same receiving date, you can select today's date. Or if you are deducting, or if you are settled that outstanding on PD check date, that is 31st May, then you can select 31st May as receipt date. Okay, now if you are accepting PD checks, uh, you can enter either PD checks date or receipt date. That is depending on your company policy. And if you select that 31st May, you will enter receipt, but that outstanding will settle on 31st May. Now, if you are generating outstanding report, now today you enter the receipt, but the receipt date as 31st May. Then if you generate outstanding report today, that outstanding amount will display in the outstanding statement. Okay, I'm talking about little practical situation. If you are accepting PD checks, you can enter PD check date here, or you can enter the receipt date here. Right. If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, next we will move to allocate receipts. Now, sometimes you are collecting advances from your customers before generate the invoice, or sometimes you by mistake you forgot to allocate customer receipt to particular invoice. In that case, we can use this customer allocate receipt to settle that receipt to invoice. Now, assume you have entered uh, customer advance. After that, only you are entering invoice. And when you are entering the receipt time, you don't have any invoices to allocate. Therefore, you cannot allocate receipts. Okay. Later, after you enter the customer invoice, you can go to customers transactions and you can allocate that receipt. And if you are not allocating your customer receipts to invoices, when you are generating that outstanding customer outstanding report, you can view that plus balances and minus balances available. Now I'll generate this customer. Right. Now this customer, you can see that minus amounts there and plus amounts there. Minuses are receipts or credit note and plus are invoices. Now, if you haven't allocate your receipts, you can view very lengthy outstanding balance report you can generate. Okay. Now, when you are generating that base outstanding report, you can view both unallocated receipts and unallocated invoices. Then you cannot accurately generate the report. Therefore, please now if you have any unallocated receipt, please allocate that receipt. Okay, now you can allocate that receipts from customers transactions, allocate receipts. You can select the customer here and refresh. And left side you can view unallocated invoices. Right side you can view credit notes and customer receipts. Now from here you can drag and drop, then that invoice will, or that credit note or receipt will allocate to that invoice. Okay, from here you can drag and drop to relevant invoice. And by mistake, if you allocate to incorrect invoice, you can again drag and drop that receipt to right side. Okay, after that you can save. Like this, you can allocate your unallocated receipts or credit notes to invoices. And from here, there are a few options. If you tick on this show outstanding only, you can view only outstanding invoices. And if you untick this option, you can view all invoices. And there are three options for display. First one, all invoices. If you select that option, you can view all outstanding invoices. Then invoice between. If you select second option, you can see you can view that date range invoices. And third one, specific invoice number. If you select that option and if you enter invoice number here, system will display only that invoice number. Furthermore, now if you untick this option and you can view that paid invoices also or settled invoices. If you tick this plus mark, you can view allocated receipt for this invoice. Now this invoice number is DI0003. Allocated receipt is RCP is 84 receipt. So, and From here, you can view that invoice total and due amount. Now for this invoice, we have settled several receipts for this invoice. Therefore, that due amount is 119,000. Right. Then split unallocated item amount. Now, if you select this option, you can allocate that one receipt for different invoices, and you can decide how much you are settling for that invoice. Now, for an example, uh, if you are allocating this 10,000 for these invoices, now assume I want to allocate uh, 3,300 for these invoices and 200 for these invoices. For that, if you want to allocate uh, not the full amount or part amount, you can take this split unallocated item amount, and you can drag and drop. Then system will ask how much you want to allocate. Then you can enter that amount. Then you can view that 322, we have allocated 300, due amount is 22. And for this receipt also, receipt amount is 10,000, and we have allocated, or we have unused amount 9,700. Like that, if you want to allocate partially, you can use this split unallocated amount. Then you can decide how much you are allocating for that invoice. Okay, like that, you can use this split unallocated for partially settlement. Right, after you settle all amount, you can save. Okay, now you can check this allocate receipt. Okay, later you can enter few receipts and you can practice this unallocation or allocate, or you can display all outstanding invoices and you can unallocate it all and you can allocate again. Okay, before go for break, we'll discuss this customer adjustments. From here now, for an example, sometimes after audit or after or sometimes you may enter some transactions incorrect. In that time you need to adjust your customer balances. To do customer adjustment, or you can if you want to change your customer balances, you can use this customer adjustments. Go to customers, transactions, customer adjustments. Yeah. After that, click add customer adjustment. You can or you can select the customer. After you select the customer, you can view the balance, and from effect you can increase or decrease the customer balance. If you select decrease, you can view your customer invoices, and from here if tax available for this transaction, you can select tax type, and by effecting account you can select the effecting account while you are changing this customer balance. Okay, after that you can enter reference and amount, and if you are allocating this amount, you can select invoice, and you can enter customer adjustment, the description and comment, and if you want to backdate it or backdate, you can change the date and you can process. Okay, you can select customer, and from here effect you can select increase or decrease, and you can select tax type and affecting account. You can enter reference, exclusive amount, and description, comment, and from analysis code you can select that analysis code. After that you can process this transaction. And if you don't want to allocate to any invoice, you can untick, and here you can view unallocated amount for this transaction. Okay, after that you can process. Right, now you can do one customer adjustment. Actually same thing we have done in customer or supplier transactions, that allocate payments and supply adjustments. So same way you can do customer allocation and customer adjustments. Okay. Is it clear? Custom adjustments. After you enter custom adjustments, you can view that list. From here, you can view your customer adjustments. Okay. You can customize from here. or you can search and filter from here. Right. Then other two transactions currently not available in Sri Lanka: bad debt relief and bad debt recovered. Next, we will move to customer reports. We will take a 10-minute break. After that, we will start from customer reports. If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, now we have completed customer transactions. If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, next we will move to customer reports. First one, customer statement run. Now from here, if you want to send customer statements to your customers, you can use this option. You can select customers, and from here you can select customer category, and you can select the date range. And now when you are creating customers, can remember now there's a statement distribution method. If you select when you are creating customers, if you select email and if you have given email address, you can directly email that customer statements to customers. And there are a few statement options. First one, show balance brought forward. If you tick this option, when you are generating your statement, system will display customer opening balances. Then exclude fully allocated invoices. If you tick this option, system will not display fully allocated invoices. And if you want to view show details, you can tick this option. And if you tick this option, system will display invoice line items also. And use foreign currency. If you select this option, system will display customers currency. And next, exclude customers where balances are zero. If you take this option, zero balances customers will not generate. And if you tick on negative, then negative balances overpaid customers statements will not generate. And if you tick on this less than and enter amount, those customers reports also will not generate. And if you tick this option, other two options will inactivated. Now you can see 0 and negative options will deactivated. If you untick, again it will activate. Okay, now you can directly email these statements to customer, and you can design this email sorry, email message from company settings. Email signature for customer statement run. And if you want to send, you can click send, or if you want to preview, you can click preview. Right, now you can view this report or statement, and system will display current or outstanding age analysis also will display here. And this period, due amount and payment amounts available here. And now here we have to show balance brought forward. Therefore, this balance brought forward amount available. And show detail. If you tick this option, system will display invoices, each line item also. Now you can see same invoice number, line items display here. Then use foreign currency, that is customer's currency. And now you can email this report. And also this, please settle immediately. That is because when you are setting our company settings, document under statement messages, we have set if customer has 120 plus days outstanding, we have mentioned please settle immediately. That message display here. Okay, now you can email this report. Right, now you can check this customer statement. Okay, next report is list of customers. From here, we can generate customer list report. Customer name, category, active, contact name, telephone number, balance. In addition to that, if you want to view with user-defined fields, you can tick this option. And if you want to view detailed report, you can tick or you can select detail under style. Then user-defined field will display, and other customer contact details also will display here. Next report is sales by customer. From here, you can generate customer-wise sales report. From here, you can select customer, or if you don't select any customer, you can view all customer sales. And from here, you can view active, inactive, or both. And from customer category, if you want to select separate category, you can select that category. And from report options, you can select date range for generate the report. You can select monthly, quarterly, yearly, or month to date, or last month, last quarter, last year, or custom date. If you select custom date, you can select start date and end date. And if you select all, system will display all transactions for customer sales. And if you take this option, include credit notes, system will include credit note to this report.
So we can't say anything.
Sorry, some technical issue. Now you can generate sales reports from customers.
You need to share the screen, sir.
Sorry. Okay. Right, sorry for the inconveniences. Now you can.
Can you repeat it again, sir?
Right, sure. Uh, we will discuss this sales by customer, uh, sales by customer report. Go to customers, reports. Sales by customer. From here, you can select customer, or if you don't select any customer, system will display all customers. And you can select active, inactive, or both customers. From category, if you want, you can select a particular category, or you can select all category. And from report options, you can select date range. You can select monthly, quarterly, yearly, or month to date, quarter to date, year to date, or live to date, or custom to date. And you can select last month, last quarter, or last year. And if you select custom date, you can select start date and end date for this report. And if you select all, system will display all transactions for this report. And if you tick this include credit notes tick, system will include credit notes to this report. Not only sales, it will include credit note also. Then you can view net sales for this period. And you can generate detailed report or summary report. First, we will select summary and you can view report. Okay, you can view customer name, uh, transaction date, transaction number, quantity, and amount. Now we will generate detailed report. If you select detailed report, you can view each line item of that invoice, or each transaction line item also you can view. And from this report, you can view each customer transaction-wise amounts, and you can view the total for this customer. You can view customer name, customer transactions, and total. And you can view the grand total. Okay, this report also you can export to PDF, CSV, or Excel, and you can print or email. Detailed report, you can view each line items also. Right. Next one, sales by sales rep. From here, you can view report sales rep wise. You can select sales rep, or you can select all sales reps. And from here, you can view sales type, item, accounts, or time sales, or you can select all. From report options, you can select date range, monthly, quarterly, yearly, or custom date, or all. And from this report, you can view summary report or detail. And there are two options, include credit notes. If you take this option, system will calculate, or system will include credit notes to this report. Okay, we will generate report. Now here you can view sales rep name, quantity, total cost, total selling price, GP amount, GP percentage, and grand total. And now you can view use last cost. Now here you can view total cost, and if you can view in the system it's stored last cost and average cost. Now I'll go to item list. Now here here you can view average cost and last cost. Now if you take this option, use last cost, system will calculate gross profit based on your last cost. And if you untick this option, system will calculate based on average cost. Now in your items, for your items, there may be average cost and last cost. And if you take this option, use last cost, system will calculate gross profit based on last cost. And if you untick this option, system will calculate based on uh, average cost. Okay, now you can here you select detailed and select or generate the report. Now from here you can view each sales rep wise, transactions and total. In summary report, one sales rep we have only one line, but here in detailed report we can view each transaction wise report. Right, now you can generate this sales by customer report and sales by sales rep report. Okay, next we will move to customer balances days outstanding report. From here, you can select run as at date, and you can select customer, or you can select all customers. From category, you can select a particular category, or you can select all categories. And from status, you can view active and inactive customers, or you can select both customers. And from style, you can select summary or detailed report. Now first we will select summary report, and we will generate the report. Now from here you can view your customer outstanding as at this date, and you can view customer and your age and your customer's age analysis. Total due, current amount, 30 days, 6 days, 90 days, 120 plus days outstanding you can view. And if you select detailed, you can view each customer outstanding transaction wise report. If you haven't allocate any receipt to invoice, those invoices and receipt will display separate. And each customer total you can view from this uh, detailed report. In addition to that, there's exclude option. If your customers has zero balances, now for this customer, CLM1 has zero balance, and this Colombo Institute of Studies has zero balances. If you want to remove that, if you want to exclude those zero balances customers, you can tick this option. And sometimes that customer has invoice and receipts, and but we haven't allocated, therefore also that customer balances means zero. Now if you want to exclude those customers, you can tick this exclude option, and you can refresh. Now you can see that zero balances customers not in the report. And you can view these some customers balances in their currencies. Now if you want to view uh, outstanding report in customers currency, you can tick this option. And if you want to view customer balances in home currency, you can untick this option. Then you can view all customer balances in LKR. And if you select this, if you untick this use foreign currency, you can view grand total. If you select or if you tick this option, you cannot view grand total. Okay, you can untick and you can view grand total. Okay, now you can generate customer outstanding report. Okay, you can generate that your outstanding report in customers currency or local currency, and if you untick you can view local currency, and this exchange rate now here, this customer ABC customer outstanding amount is 1,388,779 cents 71, and if you divided by this amount, that customers currency amount, it should be tally with this exchange rate. Okay, if you have foreign customers outstanding, you can check this option. You can view currency exchange rate for today date, and you can view that report date, and you can check whether it's converted correctly. Okay, next report, customer statement. This is same as statement run, but we are not using for send statements for customers. This is only for printing purposes. We can print customer statement from here. Next report is customer transactions. Now from this report, we can generate a customer transaction-wise report for a particular period. Now from here, date range, we can select date range, and we can select customers. And from category, we can select customer categories, and status, we can select active, inactive, or both customers. And from transaction type, we can select transaction type. Now, if you want to view only customer adjustments, you can select that customer adjustments, or if you want, you can select all transactions. And from use foreign currency, if you tick this option, you can view that transactions in customers currency. You can view each customer opening balance, transactions, closing balance, and movement for the period. And if you untick use foreign currency, you can view grand total. You can view customer opening balance, transactions, movement for the period, and grand total. And if you want to select only customer receipts, you can view. Right now, you can generate a customer transaction report. Okay. Next, we will move to customer codes report. From customer codes report, we can generate our quotation list for a particular period. You can select date range, customer, and customer category. From status, you can select active and inactive. And from document status, you can select accepted, decline, pending, expired invoice, or all quotations. And use foreign currency tick. If you tick this option, you can view customer's currency. Right. From customer codes report, you can view that quotation date, expired date, quotation number, customer reference, customer name, exclusive amount, tax amount, total amount, sales rep, and status. And if you want to view only invoiced quotations, you can select invoice from document status, and you can view invoice quotations. Right, and you can view the grand total. Next report is customer codes by customer. From this report, you can generate customer quotation, customer-wise quotation report. You can select customer, uh, and you can select customer categories. You can select date range, and you can view summary report or detailed report. And from status, you can view accepted, declined, pending, expired, invoice, quotation status. And from use foreign currency, you can tick or untick this option. Now this report, you can view customer, and after that you can view customers quotations. Now previous report, you cannot view customer wise. This is list of quotations, and from second report, quotes by customer report, you can view customer wise quotation report. Okay, now you can generate uh, customer quotes report and customer quotes by customer report. Okay, next we will move to customer sales orders report. Go to customers reports, customer sales orders. From here, we can select date range, customer or customer category, active, inactive, and from document status, we can select all sales orders, pending sales orders, or invoice sales orders. And you can view sales orders in customers currency or local currency. From here, from this report, you can view customers sales order report. You can view date range and transaction, its sales order date, delivery date, document number, customer reference, customer name, exclusive amount, tax amount, inclusive amount, and sales rep and sales order status. Okay, next report is customer sales orders by customer. Here also you can select date range, customer, and you can select summary or details under style, and here also you can view pending invoice or all document status, and you can view report in customers currency or local currency. Now here you can view each customer wise sales order. Previous report we can view only customer order list. Here we cannot categorize by customer sales by customers, but second report, customer sales orders by customer report, here we can categorize uh, customer wise. Now I'll increase the date range. Now from here you can view each customer-wise transactions. Uh, you can categorize sales orders by customer. Here just a list of sales orders. Okay, now you can generate sales orders report. Okay, and in report options, if you select detailed, you can view each line item also. Okay, next we will move to customer invoices report. From here also we can select date range, and we can select customer, and we can select customer categories. From status we can select active, inactive, or both customers. And if you want to include credit notes to this report, you can tick this option. And if you want to view uh, transaction or customer invoices in customers currency, okay, now you can view customer invoices report. From this report you can view invoice date, invoice number, customer reference, customer name, sales rep, due date for this invoice, anticipated payment date, exclusive amount, tax amount, total amount, and total outstanding amount. And if credit not available, it also display here as minus amount. Now, when you are generating the report, there's option include credit note. If you take this option, credit note also include in this report. And if you want to take this option, use foreign currency, you can view the grand total. Okay, now you can generate customers invoice report. Okay, and you can generate that customer quotes report, sales order reports, and invoices report. In addition to that, if you want to generate list of that invoices, quotations, or sales orders, you can go to transactions and you can go to customer quotes. From here also, you can generate CSV files for this transaction, and you can generate required columns by selecting here. Customer sales orders also same. You can export to CSV file, and invoices also you can convert to this list to CSV file. Okay, next report we will complete this reports, and we will wrap up for today. Next report is unallocated reports. Customer unallocated reports. From here, we can select date range, and we can select customer category, or if you want to include credit note, you can tick this option, and you can view customer's currency in this unallocated receipts. And we can generate customer unallocated receipt report. Now you can view customer and unallocated receipt or credit note. By generating this report, we can allocate, if we have any unallocated receipt or credit note, we can allocate from customer transactions and this using allocate receipts. Okay. Now, if you have any unallocated receipts, you can generate this report, and you can go to customer receipt allocation, and you can allocate that unallocated receipts and credit notes to invoices. Okay, now you can generate unallocated receipt reports. Okay, next last report is customer communication report. From here, we can view if you send any emails to customers, you can view from here, from this report. Now you can directly email your customer statements, invoices, quotations to their customers. You can generate that report from here. From communication run, communication report, you can view if your users send emails to your customers, you can view the date, sent to recipient email address, type, and document description. Okay, you can view tax invoices, statement run, receipts, quotations, this that transaction type, and you can view the document number and description. Okay, like that, we can generate customer communication report. Okay, now we have completed up to customer reports. Uh, Now we have completed 7 sessions. You will receive user manuals for this each module from AET. And if you have any questions, you can ask. And please practice these transactions and reports, uh, and apply that transactions and reports to your system. Now if you are I know all of you are uh, from finance, you are professionals, and if you are using different system also, please try to apply that's system features, transaction and reports to your practical scenario and match your requirements. Okay. If you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, then we will wrap up for today. Uh, have a pleasant evening. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
You, sir.
Okay, welcome.